All right, guys, I'm out here today and I'm finishing up my testing process for the Powder River Precision flat face trigger for the Springfield Echelon. And yes, this is the Floyd's Custom Springfield Echelon. We're at like 1,500 rounds currently. I've made several trips up here testing it out. I'm going to hit 2,000 by the end of the day today. And I figure that should give me a good enough perspective on the trigger that I can give you my honest opinion without feeling like I'm rushing it. All right, before we get started today, I just wanted to go ahead and say that a channel the size of mine, it really only succeeds because of the support of the viewers like you and companies who believe in us as much as we believe in them. That's why I want to send a big thank you to Optics Planet for supporting the channel the way that it does. There are so many costs associated with running a firearms channel, and it is nice to have the selection and the pricing that Optics Planet does. Even more so, it's nice that they've given us the promo code 360TS to save even more. So don't throw your money away. Go to Optics Planet, use that promo code. Next on my list is Core. Now, you know I've been using these Core belts for a while. Today I'm using the black multicam battle belt. I love this thing. A lot of you guys know that I took a little bit of time off. I've been working on my own health and, getting my personal life situated. I've come back about 25 pounds lighter, and unfortunately my belt no longer fits. So last night, before I prepped to come out here this morning, I had to go ahead and make some adjustments to the Core belt. And what's great is with these Core belts, that's not too hard to do. Whether it is a battle belt or an EDC belt or a dress belt, Core is definitely my #1 choice when it comes to belts. Hit up Core, use that promo code 360TS. That's it, that's all I got to say. Let's go ahead and get this party started. First thing to note, this trigger is a real pain in the ass to install. If you don't have a lot of experience, I suggest just taking it to somebody and having them do the install work. I know, nobody wants to pay for that stuff, but believe me, it's a headache. I'd rather pay to have somebody else do it, and then I don't have to deal with it. Now, as far as the trigger goes, Powder River makes a lot of claims about what it does as far as reduction in take-up, the reset, how much it lowers the trigger weight. We'll take a closer look at those things back at the office with the trigger gauge, but I can tell you, this is safe by the way, I can tell you that come on, there we go. There's no take-up left in this whatsoever. It's basically right on the wall. Now, something that I've heard people complain about with this trigger is the reset. Now, listen to it. It's not as solid or positive a click as it was in its stock configuration. Now, that's something that you really have to expect when you start doing modifications or changes on anything. You're going to gain a little here, you're going to lose a little there. It's all a matter of whether or not it makes sense to do for you personally. Okay, it is not easy to go ahead and do the trigger pull on here set up like I am. So as you can see here, out of 5 pulls, I'm averaging 5 pounds, 7.7 ounces. So it's okay. It's decent for, a duty trigger, which is what this is. Okay, let's do this up close and personal. We have just a little bit of take up. Okay, nice solid wall. All right, reset is nice and short. All right, one more time. That little bit of take up, wall, trigger break, and reset. It's actually not a bad trigger for a gun like this that's, you know, a duty gun, but let's see if we can make it better. Okay, so here is the Powder River Precision trigger. It's all installed. Let me tell you, that thing was a major pain in the ass, but it's done. It looks good. It feels good. Let's go ahead and test it out. There's basically no take up left. You're right there on the wall, just like you would be with, I don't know, 1911 or 2011. Now, that wall is nice and solid. And then we can go ahead and check the reset here. All right, so again, there's really no take up to speak of. Nice solid wall. It's pretty crisp. And the reset. Now, the reset it's not as solid as the stock reset is. It's not bad, but it's not quite as solid as the stock reset is. Still really good though. I like the fact that there's really no take up there. Also, let's go ahead and take a look at this here. Out of 5 trigger pulls, this thing is pulling at 3 pounds 11 ounces. I'm not even going to try to do that on camera, but 5 trigger pulls and we're down to 3 pounds 11 ounces. Now for me, so far, the reset, it's not a huge deal. I can get out there and get on it. The take up is pretty much non-existent. The reset is really short, so I can just keep squeezing and keep letting off rounds and shoot basically as fast as my carpal tunnel hands will allow me to shoot. So look, I've got 2,000 rounds through this gun with the Powder River Precision trigger on it. I haven't had any issues with the trigger not resetting. That's something that a lot of people worry about with aftermarket triggers is, you know, reliability. I haven't had any issues with reset. I haven't had any issues with light primer strikes. Everything has gone really well with this trigger so far. Now, mind you, that's 2,000 rounds. I still have a lot to go. I think, you know, most of my guns on average have 10,000 rounds on them. This one has, you know, more than 2,000 rounds on it, but the trigger itself only has 2,000 rounds. So it's got a little bit of ways to go, you know, before it's fully broken in my mind. But I can tell you this, right now it is running strong and it's reliable. I trust it. I don't really know Powder River Precision as much as I do some of the other companies, but I can tell you this product, which I have a sample size of 1 as far as my experience goes, this product works well. So look, if you're in the market to shorten up the take up in your Springfield Echelon, if you want to lighten that trigger just a little bit, I'd say do it. Powder River Precision so far working really well. I'm going to keep testing it. If anything comes up that would make me think otherwise, believe me, I will be making a follow-up video.